My name's Colonel Jeff Pixley. I'm the commander of basic military training. Thank you for joining the United States Air Force. Thank you for raising your hand and promising to give of yourself, to sacrifice, to do something that most Americans never do. You probably want to know how to be successful in basic military training. Fight for yourself. Don't give up on yourself. And when you're about to, work with each other. Lean on each other, because you'll be successful when you're a team.
Remember why you are here. Remember those people that came before you. Everything that you do needs to come with a passion and a vigor that is unmatched.
When you leave basic military training, you're going to understand how to wear the uniform. You're going to understand what it is to live by the core values, and you're going to know the value of your teammates. If you live up to my expectations, you'll be here 7 weeks from today. You'll be about to graduate.
At this time, we'd like to take a moment to inform you of specific flight locations on the parade field. As viewed from the bleachers, from your left to your right, Flight 262, led by Technical Sergeant Anthony Cruz. Flight 263, led by Staff Sergeant Richard Ortiz. Flight 264, led by Technical Sergeant Zachary Wade. Flight 265, led by Technical Sergeant Angela Bell. Flight 266, led by Technical Sergeant Colton Morgan. In the center of the parade field is the color guard, led by Technical Sergeant Briscoe Fultz. The Drum and Bugle Corps, led by Flight 273, led by Technical Sergeant Gerard Ando. The flights selected to carry our national, state, and territorial flags, Flight 271 and 272, led by Technical Sergeant Manuel Powell. Flight 267, led by Technical Sergeant Darnell Albino. Flight 268, led by Technical Sergeant Jacob Hardin. Flight 269, led by Technical Sergeant Larissa Hart. Flight 270, led by Technical Sergeant Kyla Welch. At this time, please find a place to sit. Thank you and enjoy today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of our official party. Please remain standing for the invocation given by Chaplain Lee.
Good morning, everyone. As I pray according to my faith tradition, I encourage you to pray according to yours. Sovereign Lord, the maker and sustainer of all things, we thank you for the opportunity to celebrate a joyous occasion, graduation from basic military training. Every trainee here persevered and fought their way through. They have shown dedication and grit. They have had a glimpse of what it means to be part of something bigger than themselves. Today, each trainee will swear an oath and be welcomed in as fellow airmen. As they take another step in their mission to fly, fight, and win, would you be by their side? Bless them in their comings and their goings. Protect them and guide their path. Strengthen them and give them courage. May each person at the 331st Training Squadron set an example of what it means to be an American Airman. These airmen are the future of the world's greatest Air Force, and they will lead the way for their Watch over them every single step they take, every single day. We ask for your presence here in this place. In your mighty name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. Please be seated. Good morning and welcome to today's basic military training graduation ceremony. We would like to introduce our distinguished guests, beginning with the host for today's ceremony. The Commander, 37th Training Wing, Colonel Warren Forshane. The Command Chief, 37th Training Wing, Chief Master Sergeant Mike Morgan. The reviewing official, the Commander, 57th Wing, Brigadier General Richard Goodman. The Senior Enlisted Leader, the Command Chief, 57th Wing, Mr. Chief Master Sergeant Thomas Schaefer. From the graduating squadron, the Commander, 331st Training Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Josh Hardin. The Acting Senior Enlisted Leader, 331st Training Squadron, Master Sergeant Ulissa Muse. Escorting the 2023 Fiesta royalty, the Commander, 502nd Air Base Wing, Brigadier General Russell Driggers, accompanied by his wife, Janet. The Command Chief, 502nd Air Base Wing, Chief Master Sergeant Casey Boomshine. El Rey, the 2023 Fiesta royalty, El Rey failed the 74th, Mr. Richard Delgado. The President of the Fiesta San Antonio Commission, Mr. John Mayer. Also in attendance with us today, the Commander, 2nd Air Force, Major General Michelle Edmondson. The Command Chief, 2nd Air Force, Chief Master Sergeant Kathleen McCool. The Commander, 82nd Training Wing, Brigadier General Lyle Drew. The Command Chief, 82nd Training Wing, Chief Master Sergeant John Chilcote. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 737 Training Group is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Joint Base San Antonio-Lackland, Texas Fiesta Parade. The 37th Training Wing is proud to extend its hospitality for this festive event. As the gateway to the Air Force, Lackland is the entry point for all enlisted members. The men and women of Lackland are proud of their mission and history, and we know the citizens of San Antonio share that same feeling. We are truly honored this morning by the presence of so many distinguished visitors, royal guests, and members of the military community, both active and retired. We would also like to welcome all the military and civilian representatives who have been selected to serve as ambassadors of goodwill for the armed forces during Fiesta Week. The members of the Fiesta Executive Committee, Fiesta elected commissioners, participating members organizations, presidents and commissioners, as well as all of the Fiesta Queens who represent various civic organizations throughout the city of San Antonio. This parade is our Fiesta salute to San Antonio. Viva Fiesta! Viva San Antonio! Our Commander of Airmen is Master Sergeant James Gordon. Brigadier General Goodman will review today's ceremony. technical training, they will continue to focus on adapting to military requirements, achieving occupational proficiency, and learning how to be highly productive members of the armed forces. These men and women will prepare for increased responsibility and must ensure they are trained, qualified, and ready to deploy and operate in an expeditionary environment. These veterans are the future of our national defense and will pave the way to the generations that will follow. Training Group, the United States Air Force, Joint Base San Antonio-Lackland, Texas. Subject, Commander's Excellence. The Commander's Excellence Streamer is awarded to Flight 268 for their significant accomplishments demonstrating teamwork, excellence, and great courage during the period of February 28, 2023. Signed, Jeffrey Pittman, Colonel, United States Air Force. Flight was led by Master Sergeant Charles and Technical Sergeant Hardin. Although hundreds of thousands of American citizens have entered the workforce each year, less than 1% have joined the ranks of the United States military. The graduates before you have reached a milestone in their military journey and will require more continued support to assist them in their future endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the plane of mutual honor. Thank you. Please remain standing as the colors come forward and to the plane of the national anthem. Fiesta San Antonio started in 1891 as a one-parade event to honor the memory of the heroes of the Alamo and the Battle of San Jacinto. Over the past 130 years, Fiesta has grown into a celebration of San Antonio's rich and diverse culture, and today is one of the nation's premier festivals with an economic impact of more than $340 million. Funds raised by the official Fiesta event provide services to the San Antonio citizens. Fiesta is comprised of more than 100 events, and more than 2.5 million people attend Fiesta events each year. The Portion will now present the Fiesta Medal to our special guest. Citation to accompany the award of the 37th Training Wing Fiesta Medal. 2. The 2023 President of the Fiesta Commission, Mr. John Mayer. John Mayer has distinguished himself in the outstanding performance of patriotic and civic duties during his term as President of the Fiesta San Antonio Commission for 2023. His leadership, dedication, and enthusiasm were directly responsible for the highly successful celebration of the largest and oldest festival in Texas. His devotion in fulfilling the responsibilities of the President of the Fiesta Commission significantly contributed to the success of Fiesta 2023 and reflect great credit upon himself and the Fiesta San Antonio Commission. Citation to accompany the award of the 37th Training Wing Fiesta Medal to El Rey Vale the 74th, Lawrence Larry Kirk. Larry Kirk has distinguished himself in the outstanding performance of patriotic and civic duties during his reign as El Rey Vale the 74th during Fiesta 2023. A champion of education, the Red Vale Scholarship Foundation has raised more than $7 million for scholarships since 1947. Larry Kirk and his royal court will visit more than 50 schools leading up to Fiesta with a message about the importance of staying in school and attending and graduating from college. His efforts and devotion in fulfilling the responsibilities as El Rey Vale the 74th have significantly contributed to the success of Fiesta and reflect great credit upon himself, Fiesta, and our city. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as the colors post.
Out! 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 Out!
Thank you. Please be seated.
March the command in review.
Indoctrination, development, and discipline of the Airmen. They have dedicated endless hours to ensure all training objectives are met. Today's graduates have proven through academic training, military training, physical training, and the development of teamwork that they are ready to take their place in the United States Armed Forces. As our graduates conduct constant long runs, pass and review, they will march over the enlisted heroes. The men and women recognized on the papers have been awarded our nation's highest honors, representing heroic and unselfish actions as members of the United States military in armed conflict. Their decorations include 9 medals of honor, 23 Air Force crosses, and 162 silver stars awarded for bravery during encounters with hostile enemy combatants. These enlisted heroes serve to inspire all service members to execute their duties courageously and with honor in their service to this great nation. We would like to direct your attention to our national, state, and territorial flags. As these flags pass in review, please stand and render the appropriate courtesies for our national flag. As a reminder, military members and veterans in uniform will stand at attention and render a salute. We ask that our civilian guests stand and place their right hand over their heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may either render a salute or place their right hand over their heart. Once the flags have passed, please be courteous of others and be seated in order to allow all our guests the opportunity to view the flight as they pass through the review. Army. Military Training Instructor, Hometown, Portland, Oregon. Their protocol, led by Technical Sergeant Crystal Falk, Master Military Training Instructor, Hometown, Otis, New Mexico. The flight selected to carry our national, state, and territorial flags, like 271 and 272, led by Technical Sergeant Paulo, Military Training Instructor, Hometown, Italy, Georgia. Academic excellence flight, like 267, led by Technical Sergeant Darnell Albino, Military Training Instructor, Hometown, Everett, Washington. help motivate these graduates through 7.5 weeks of basic military training. Chief Master Sergeant Schaefer will now come forward and address our graduating class.
Good morning, everyone. What an honor it is to look out on this audience and see all the families who are joining us here today and gave us their loved ones to train and trust for their upbringing in the Air Force. 7.5 weeks ago, you entrusted us with our nation's most valuable asset, your loved ones. Your support has pushed these airmen to successfully complete basic military training and join our world's greatest Air Force. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to the parents and the families for your support and encouragement. But more importantly, thank you for your trust. It is my great honor to introduce the 546 Airmen from the 321st Training Squadron as our nation's newest Airmen. This visit to basic military training has been really awe-inspiring for me. 25 years ago, I stood in your shoes, having no idea what lay before me in my Air Force career. Sure, I knew I was joining the world's greatest Air Force. I knew I was going to be an airman. I knew I was going to be a warrior. I was focused as you should be on my future job. What I didn't know that was ahead of me was 16 combat deployments, a future in helping change the history of other nations as well as my own, changing the strategic outlook of my own Air Force, one day becoming a chief and a command chief. I say that because you stand on the shoulders of giants. Giants like Eschenberger, Pittsburgher, Levittow, who all stood in your shoes. My uncle, who stood in your shoes before going to fly bombers in World War II in Korea. My father, who stood in your shoes before joining 101st Airborne Division and jumping into Market Garden in World War II. Yes, they were old and I am old as well. I say that because before us are 546 Americans who voluntarily raised their hand to join the world's greatest Air Force. They all joined here together from various backgrounds, races, creeds, colors, upbringings, education levels. We have members in this crowd who aren't even American citizens yet, but raised their hand to defend the nation that they are not yet a citizen of. And I think that is amazing. We have members who are going to hone this Air Force into what its future is going to be. We have no idea what lie ahead of us. In this crowd, there are future Chief Master Sergeants. In this crowd, there are future command chiefs. In this crowd, there are future officers. Some of you will go to OTS and some other commissioning programs. Potentially, future commanders. There may even be a future Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force in this crowd right now. We don't even know it. There could be a future Medal of Honor winner. There could be a future Distinguished Service Cross winner or other Medal of Valor winners. Because what's different for you than what it may have been for me is that today we're living in a world that is more complex, more interconnected, and more competitive than ever before. Our nation faces a range of security challenges, from global terrorism to state-sponsored cyber attacks, and from increased competition from peer adversaries and near-peer adversaries, like China and Russia. To meet these challenges, we must have the best trained and most capable military force in the world, and that is where you come in. Some of you will go on to operate the most complex weapon systems that the world has to offer. Some of you will work on and operate the most complex aircraft or intelligence and surveillance systems. All of you will be the most capable weapon system on the battlefield. I want you to remember that. You individually will be our nation's greatest weapon system. Because what we have, what you are, that is not shared by our adversary, is the competitive edge of the empowered enlisted force that has the trust and empowerment of your nation, the greatest air force in the world. Being an enlisted airman is more than just about having technical skills and expertise in your job. It's also about discipline, determination, and dedication to serve your country with honor and distinction. Today, you're going to reaffirm your oath to defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. It's about being part of something bigger than yourself. It is no longer, ever, going to be about you. It will be about the airmen to your left and your right, to your front and your back, and it will be about your nation and your Air Force. You will work together with your fellow airmen to achieve a common goal. This will be what underpins your career every day of your life. Your training has prepared you well for the challenges that lie ahead of you. You have learned to operate under intense pressure in challenging environments, forcing you to adapt and work effectively as a member of the team. You have been instilled with the core values of our Air Force: integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. And you must live those core values every day of your life. As you move on to your first assignments, whether they be on the ground or in the air, you will face many challenges. The operational imperative, agile combat employment, and multi-capable airmen will call upon you to serve in remote locations under austere conditions for insane hours. But always remember that you are part of the finest military force in the world. A military that empowers and trusts its professionalized enlisted force with the business of our nation's security without reservation or hesitation. You have the training, you have the skills, you have the support of your fellow airmen to overcome any obstacle. Any obstacle. We know how to do hard things in the Air Force, and you're going to learn how to do that. You have made a commitment to serve your country and to defend the freedoms and values that we hold dear. And you're about to officially be part of the long blue line of those giants I mentioned earlier that makes up the United States Air Force. And I have no doubt that you will continue to make us proud and your families proud and your nations proud. I'd like to offer up thanks to the instructors who helped these airmen enter 7 weeks ago as disparate, different human beings who didn't know each other, didn't know how to march, didn't know how to wear a uniform, didn't know what a uniform was, into this well-honed, amazing warrior machine that I see before me today. If we can give them a hand. They do this all day long, every day, 365 days a year. And if you didn't know, this is the only service in the United States military that did not stop the code. I think that's something to do. All right, Airmen, I just have one question for you. Are you ready to join the ranks of the world's greatest Air Force? I think they're ready.
Please stand as Brigadier General Goodman will now administer the oath of enlistment. Instructors, place your flights at attention.
Squadron!
Airmen, it is an honor and a privilege to stand before you today as a fellow airman. Now it's up to you to live up to the call. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. I, do solemnly swear or affirm. Do solemnly swear. that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States,
and that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States,
and the orders of the officers appointed over me,
and the orders of the officers appointed over me,
according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
according to regulations of the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.